Microsoft is making headlines again today. Xbox chief executive Phil Spencer announced that new gaming consoles for the Xbox are being built differently, ensuring that a longer lifespan will ensue for these newer versions of the Xbox. Joining me now to break it all down for us is Jonathan Haidt. He's the president of Allison & Partners. So, Jonathan, thanks for joining us. And we've been talking so much about this idea that the PC and gaming consoles were going to merge at some point. They were going to be synonymous. They were going to be almost the same thing. What does this new Xbox evolution or planned evolution tell you about Microsoft's ambitions for the gaming console?
Yeah, it's a very interesting evolution for them, right? They've always looked, even from the very outset of Xbox One, to make it the center of your entertainment, right? At the center of the entertainment in your home. And then they've evolved to really look more, go back to their roots and really be more about the games. And now this next generation is really looking beyond that, to be the centerpiece of the home and all of your PC activities, and I think that gives an interesting choice to the consumer if it's something they can actually execute upon.
What's interesting, because I'm a video game console owner myself. I won't say which one. However, it has become the hub of my life, right? I get my Netflix through it. I get my Hulu through it. I use Skype through it, that sort of thing, right? Video conferencing. Now, Xbox itself has gone through a number of perhaps mini identity crises, if you call it that. They have been a gaming console purely at one point. Now they're trying to become more like what you say they are. Do you think that this new Xbox evolution will have any hurdles to get over with regard to people accepting it as that kind of the hub of their life?
I think the hub of the life piece is a little bit easier, truthfully, because if there's elements and apps that are easy to use, people find themselves naturally using it, and they don't care whether they're on the gaming platform or they're on the PC, and if it's easier to access through the centerpiece of the home, which is the television, that's one thing. I think the gamers like yourself, though, when you start to think about a game that's developed both for the platform and for the PC, how's that going to look? What's the fidelity going to be when you bring it to the PC platform, which may not be as strong or have the same color schemes and visuals that you'd have on the console? So I think your general gamer who wants to be backwards compatible and be able to play games going on and maybe not upgrade as quickly, that I think they'll have an easier time with perhaps than the hardcore gamer then bringing that game onto the PC as well.
So you've hit a number of different aspects of the so-called ecosystem, right? You're talking about a hub, this particular game console, but then everything else that goes around it, the games, the apps, the experience. Do you think that the ecosystem of Xbox will remain competitive with that of the PlayStation 4 or perhaps other gaming console / PC hubs moving forward?
That's a great question. It's interesting that Sony is not announcing, as we expect, any hardware plans at E3 this week. So time will tell on that. They're actually still lagging behind the PS4 in sales. So I think this is a move to really put them at the centerpiece of the home and really play up the Windows 10 strengths and integration with that to make them more than a gaming platform, because I think that the PS4, frankly, has led the way on that front and they've lagged behind a bit.
Many people say content is king, and it's going to be about publishers and developers. How do you think that they will react to this new version of Xbox?
Publishers, I think, and game developers in particular, who are the rock stars of today's generation, right? They are the ones who this is geared towards, because they now don't have to worry about building for an old platform that's going to then be obsolete. They can build games that will have a life cycle beyond this and can really look to the future. With Project Scorpio, you start to think about native 4K and virtual reality and the types of storytelling that can be done that these developers have never been able to really build for before, but also be able to play it on older platforms and on the PC. So when you take something on the road, it may have a little less functionality, but you're still moving forward on the gameplay, still communicating with your friends across the chat apps and doing some really interesting things. So I think developers will get behind this in a big way.
So it looks like the ecosystem could be a good thing for them going forward, given all of the potential future developments of content down the line.
Absolutely. Time will tell, but it does look that way.
Well, Jonathan Haidt, thank you so much for joining us here today, and thanks for joining us here on the Tech Bet here. I'm Dominic Chu. Have a great day.
Hey CNBC fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Here you're going to find videos packed with all of the information that you need to be smarter about your finances. You can subscribe by clicking right here and click on all the videos around me or the eye right here to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.